Hello students. Today we have seen OCM chapter number 5, Forms of Business Organization 2. In next point 5.5, multinational corporations. Last lecture we have seen government company, then statutory corporation, joint stock company, their features as well as merits and demerits. Today we have seen point number 5.5, multinational corporation. Then in multinational corporation is a business organization that operates many different countries at the same times. So multinational corporations MNC has facilitate their assets in least one country other than its home country. Then very large multinationals may have budgets that exceed those of many small countries. Multinational corporations are sometimes referred as transnational, transnationals, internationals corporations. For example, Bata, Infosys, and Tata Motors are the multinational corporations in India. So there is a next point 5.1.1 features. First features is that use assets and turnover. In MNC or multinational corporations on a global basis, they have used physical and financial assets and use turnover of sales of MNCs. In the fact there is a turnover, many MNCs are bigger than national economics of several countries. Next, international operations. MNCs have production and marketing operations in several countries, operating through a network of branches, subsidiaries, and affiliates in host countries. Centralized control. MNC are centralized by unity of control. MNCs control business activities of their branches in foreign countries to head office located in the home country. So the management of the branch is the centralized from the corporations, and the control of MNC are that branches is very important. Then mighty economic power. MNC are power economical entities. They kept according to consensus managers and acquisitions of companies in home country. Mighty means variety of the organizations and in the corporations. So 5 is advanced and subsidiaries technologies. MNC has advanced technology at the corporation. It employs capital technology in manufacturing as well as in marketing. Then 6 point is professional management. In MNC, employees are professionally trained managers to handle huge funds, advanced technology, and international business operations. So next point is merits 5.5.2. So there is a various merits of multinational corporation. First is of that employment generations. MNCs create large scale employment opportunities in host countries. There is a big advantages of MNCs for countries where there is a lot of unemployment, inflow of foreign capital. MNCs bring in much needed foreign capital for the rapid development of developing country. This inflow of capital will bring much a boost for growth of the domestic economy. Then proper use of ideal resources. MNCs are in a position to utilize physical and human resources for the country because of their advanced technical knowledge. This result is an increased national income of the host country. Then technical development. MNCs carries the merits of technical development of of host country for transfer of technical development for one country to another. Poor countries also begin develop technology after hosting MNCs. The next, managerial development. MNCs employs latest management techniques. People employed by MNCs do a lot of research in management. In a way, they help to professionalize management along with latest lines in the management theory and practice. This leads to managerial development in host countries. Next is end of local monopolies. The entry of MNCs lead to competition in the host countries. Local monopolies as countries either start improving their products or reduce their prices. The MNCs put an end to exploitative practices of local monopolies. The next 7, improvement in standard of living. By providing quality products and services, MNCs help to improve the standard of living at people of host countries. The next, promotion of international brotherhood and culture. MNCs integrate economics of various nations with the world economy. Through their international dealing, MNCs promote international brotherhood and culture in the peace and prosperity. Then next is a demerits 5.5.3. First is a danger for domestic industries. MNC in the economic power in domestic industry cannot face challenges of MNCs. Many domestic industries have to wind up as a result of threat of MNCs. MNCs gives a setback of economic growth and next countries. Next is a preparation of profits. The profits means sending profit of their countries. MNC earn huge profits of advisory affects the foreign exchange reserve of the host country, which means that a large amount of foreign exchange goes to the host countries. Next is a interference. MNC have the government of the host country in a number of ways and then gradually start interfering in the political affairs of the host country. There is danger to the independence of the host country in the long run. Disregard of the national interest of the host country. MNC invest in most profitable sectors and disregard the national goals and priorities of the host country. Then misuse of mighty status. MNC as powerful economic country, they can afford to bear losses for a long while in the hope of earning huge profits. They have ended local competition and achieved monopoly in a greater extent. Exploitation of natural resource. MNC tend to use the natural resources of the host country. They cause rapid depletions of the resources. In the way, MNC a permanent damage to the economic development of the host country. Next, selfish promotions of alien culture. MNC tend to promote alien culture in host country to sell their products. They make people forget about their own culture heritage. For example, India MNCs have created a taste for synthetic food, soft drinks, etc. Exploitation of people. MNC joined hands with big business houses of host country and emerge as powerful monopolies. This leads to concentration of economic power only in a few hands. Gradually, these monopolies make it their birthright to exploit poor people and enrich themselves at the cost of the working classes.
खाली झालं झालं मी येतो 7:30 त्या फोनच्या गाडीचे फोटो मला लेक्चरमध्ये
Distinguish between private sector organization and public sector organization. This way the chapter is finished. You have solved out exercise in your book. Thank you.